Hello, assalamu alaikum, all viewers and gentlemen. Today we will discuss about the remaining topic of non-probability sampling techniques. First of all, we remind it non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling. In this type of sampling, the population units are selected by the personal judgment. It means that in this type of sampling, all viewers, interviewers, or surveyors, and every person has own idea we can use. So they have not equal chance of selection or selected. So in this type of sampling, the population units are selected by the personal judgment. Judgment is called non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling is further divided into four types. There are four branches of convenience sampling. And the second one is quota sampling. Number third is judgment sampling. And fourth one is snowball sampling. Quota sampling is also called judgment sampling. Now, one by one, we are defined what is convenience sampling. It consists of the study of the people who want in their interviews or who calls in their results. For the name of, as the name implies, convenience, samples are used because of their convenience. For example, we can say that a market researcher who wished to draw a sample of families and some subdivision might find it to select a sample of families living on the main street according to the convenient, so that will be called convenience sampling. Convenience sampling, the researchers select the most accessible population members, is also called convenience sampling. Convenience sampling, although convenience samples are used more specialized purpose, but we can't in general. The convenience samples are not depends on the making of population inferences. We are not taking some decision about the population inferences is called convenient sampling. So from the concrete definition, we can say that the researcher selected the most accessible population member is called convenient sampling. Let's come, we write the it consists of the study of the peoples who happens to be available or who call for their results. Is the name implies that convenience convenience samples are used because of convenience. For example, if we can say that, for example, if the market researcher who wishes to draw a sample families living and some subdivision might find it too convenient select select a sample families and some subdivision subdivision living on Main Street so we can say that here the researchers select the most accessible population member is required or the suitable for the living. So although we can say that although the convenient sample are used for most specialized purpose. Specialized purpose specialized purposes. We can't and journal the convenient samples depends on them depends on them for making inferences about population is called convenient sampling. Convenient samplings, if we take, already we have discussed in the theory, means that there are many people living on the mean state. So we are some taking some people's, so these are the population members living on the mean state. If we are selected some families, sample families, so we are asking about they are good for the living or not. So this will be some people according to their questions and answer. We can conclude that so this place is suitable for the living or not. So we are using convenience sampling, quota sampling. Quota sampling is another type of non-probability sampling and ensure that the sample represent the characteristic of the population. It means that it is a technique or sampling procedure. It will be a very tailored sample data is collected from a homogeneous group. For example, we can say that so this group is divided into two groups. For example, 40% is female and 60% are male. So this will be according to the quota. So they will be divided. Quota sample is divided on the basis of the sampling procedure. So it must be a homogeneous group. So that will be called quota sampling. So now we write the definition of the quota sampling. Quota sampling, it ensures it ensures that the samples are selected selected of the same characteristics or the different characteristics. In other words, in other words, quota sample is selected for more specialized, for most specialized specialized guidelines for the selection of selection of interests. Must know these are these groups are these groups are homogeneous. So, for example, if there are two groups, if we divide, yeah, or the researcher, we can say that a researcher if divide 40% female and 60% male are divided into quota according to the distribution of their characteristics. So quota sampling is a Taylor sample. We can say that from the above definition, we conclude that it is a Taylor sample data. Sample data is collected from a homogeneous group. Is collected from a homogeneous group. Groups is called quota sampling. Now we are judgment sampling or purposing sampling. It is the type of non-probability sampling. It means that in this type of sampling, the population unit are selected by the personal judgment. The researcher wants to know the better results, so it will be comparison with the probability sampling, so this will be cheaper according to the probability sampling. So we can say that this type of sampling is very suitable for very small scale survey, if we can say that. So if we write the definition of judgment sampling, the researcher selects population members who are good prospects for a correct information is called judgment sampling. It means that the researcher using their expertise to select a samples is called judgment sample. Now, if we write the redefinition here, it is the type of non-probability sampling the population units are selected by the personal judgment or interviewers or surveyors take taken some personal ideas, some personal ideas are used to select a sample. This type of sampling is cheaper than to compare probability sampling. It means that the researcher selects population members who are good prospectus for accurate information. So this is called judgment sampling or purposing sampling. Now another type we are proceeding. So snowball sampling. It is also the type of non-probability sampling. It means that so here the participants and inversely the participants and other than participants they are taking and involved in the sampling procedure is called snowball sampling. In shortcut we can say that participants inversely other participants those peoples who are involved in the sampling technique but other than they are not included in the sampling procedure but we are comparison to each other so this will be called sampling snow sampling. It is the type of non-probability sampling. Thank you very much for watching. Inshallah, we are proceeding to the next topic, sampling with replacement and without replacement in the next video. Thank you very much.